MiniRPG Rings is the map by MROTW. Oh, we have the typical Yamash, Lycor, Ice, as if we would play random weekly room. I think the way should be clear on this map, as usually I'm immediately going into the GPS, but here I could see him driving. Ah, map author is here in the chat. Yeah, hopefully I have luck for one time in this cup. That was wrong. Such wings. Oh god, that was wood. Yeah, of course. Wait, did I have to go there? I was not looking at science or not finding. No. It's I'm not sure yet because. Where would you go now? Okay, there I'm unsure because I don't see signs. So I could definitely do this, but I'm not sure if it's the fastest way. Upsala. Oh. Ah! Okay. That's wrong. Aye. Do I have a good angle to make this jump work? I don't see me doing this. Now I'm unsure. I mean, there's obviously a sign, so you have to go there. Ah. Okay, I gonna watch GPS. 57.5. The last 15 seconds, they look to me quite difficult to get consistent. Is the sound volume, or was it just a GPS, or was it... no, just GPS, okay. Now then, let's try. It's of course a risk map. Have a lot of precision parts, and as long as they're not full speed, it's about how much you risk. Oh, I forgot. This small wood part, it feels so off. The driving physics are so unrealistic, so not fitting kinda. I don't know, it's so weird. Always when you have just the wood for a small time frame, it's really weird to try. Aye. Yeah. Didn't really know when exactly the airtime starts. So, this jump here. The thing is, I cannot really train it because I'm already in the CP. So I have to live with the respawn I get. Also this here is tough, because at this moment when you cross the red gate you're freewheeled and then you cannot release anymore to get the turn. You can only brake, but if you brake you start drifting maybe, and it will be not easier. Okay, there are too many bumps, so I definitely have to go left side. See, I would try to save it like that. How do I do this? My first impression is that this risky is a little bit too difficult, especially as this is even not enough. Also even if I make the first jump, it's not guaranteed to make it towards the finish completely. Aye. The thing is, I always think then already at a final, no? Imagine 1v1 and you're leading by 2 seconds. But it's absolutely not a safe victory for you, because the other guy can easily catch up if he just gets the ending, yeah? And you cannot save the ending. Also at least I didn't find it yet. This is like the problem I would have then. If I would be 2 seconds in the lead and I have no way to save it, to make the risky safe. And then, but maybe I can still find a line. Okay, I found something. That is enough actually. It's... wow. Why is the second jump so tight? Yeah, I think you wanna really no slide. The GPS also kinda took no slide. Okay, you can make it. Because I had no chance to avoid that booster. Yeah, I want to see what is the safe way, how does it look? Yeah, it's just slow. Oh. I landed weirdly. Ah, that's also such a difficult jump. I cannot believe how difficult it is to jump tight here. And then not too tight. There's this one moment where my car drops a gear and turns into the corner much stronger. Plus that the uphill makes you also slower. Crazy. Okay, Scandia is driving again. But I would say that this is the kind of map where Scandia could also fail. It's not the most guaranteed win. At least my impression is that the map is so difficult that it would, even Scandia wouldn't make it consistent. I hope so. But then it's however also one of these maps, if Scandia does not win, then I don't necessarily see myself winning either. And then we have the same problem then in all the other weeks. Then some other guy will win, maybe Ice again. That would be super unlucky. Because I'm not sure how controllable it is to do well here. At some point you will have to go maybe for the risky way somewhere. But we will see how it turns out. I mean, alone that jump. Ah yeah, we had this standing view, but I wanted to check again. I'm getting the hang out of the ending. I have a 109 as PB that I drove into the finish. And I'm actually at the top 14 with that. Or horse. Yay! Having a run through. And that's 4th place, and Scandia is 2 seconds faster. Yay! This guy is crazy. This is also not always working. Okay, now it worked. Yeah, maybe I should look at this. If I clip there, I have to go somewhere else. Aha. Okay. Oh, we start. Have to definitely train the fast finish for a long time, as long as it's safe to do that in rounds. Oh, okay. Number of eliminations. Hard to say on this map. Ah, we are actually 81 in the end. Hard to say. Ah, this guy said 10. My idea was 10 as well. Yeah, 6 and 7 are nice guesses, because it's at least 8 anyway. Like already 8 by default. How am I only 9th? That's a very, very honest question. I mean, apparently I lost it in the start. I had a very bad position. Ah, unlucky. Unlucky. We'll try one more. Yeah. It would have been a 58-47, which is actually pretty decent. Alright. Also, I had a really good round, but similar to last week, something in the start. Also, did I really just full speed the first 3 wheel? I was very close to full speeding it, but man, that's tough. The 54th guy did finish. Here's the 72nd. He needs to get towards the finish if I want to have my 10. I think there will be more than 10 if I look at this now. Because there's still quite some gap. Also now he's of course not in the last 10 anymore, but yeah, there's still so much more to go for him. Gave up. 67th finished. Bubsify will finish, 69th. It's 13th overall. That was close for Bubsify. Golio's out, what the fuck? Seafil is out, what the fuck? Did Seafil go for a reroute again? do you see my position? 20 seconds? Oh, this is annoying here. Yeah, but I hate such flying respawns. I hate these flying respawns where you have a steering movement while you're driving through the checkpoint, you know? And then always when you fast respawn, you have the steering movement again. Will never ever work now. So let's have a look. Oh, barely made it. 9.7 to Scandia, 11. Okay, so it's less than 2 seconds of a time loss. But I had a very low jump now. Oh! I didn't even see this. So close before the finisher might not matter. I don't know what's faster. Because going over the freewheel you have a easy angle to full speed. And you land also earlier in the quarter pipe and so on. If you go through the tunnel, then it might be difficult to get the left turn full speedish. Definitely more difficult. No, he touched the water. Rip him. Touched it again. This is like the one thing he had to avoid. Yeah. 2/10 behind, man. Ach so, I'm dumb. I have to go here. Right now I can do all this stuff. See, I'm not even red. But yeah, camera 1 is a little bit in the mud there. Because you have a very precise jump that you don't see because the checkpoint blocks the view. Yeah, I think that this is not really my best map. As whenever you have a map with transitions, with partly blind transitions, with precise parts where you have to go over railings, and where it's important that you just go full speed over the railings because of freewheel and because it's in theory very doable to do that, but one slight mistake there and it's a huge time loss. So it still feels a bit risky, because I know I can release that, but it is just costing too much time. And all that together, also I could try to oversave everything, and then even then I'm not sure if I would even survive all the time because of the amount of transitions. But I could oversave everything. And then I probably would also go far. But then at some point there will be the rounds where you need a good time. Or where you cannot afford a slight clip or mistake somewhere. And this is the moment where it's then tough, because then I need to risk. And I need to go confident over these parts. Would that work? Scandia drove only a 59 now, which is much slower than other runs from him. He still wins by 1.5 seconds. He might have gone for the safe finish, maybe. I don't know. But you see with these gaps and with what kind of players are actually getting knocked out here, Snow and Draco was also one of the top, yeah, he's fourth in locals. When you see what players are getting knocked out, then you know how difficult this map is. And that are players that want to go for the fastest line, and they risk it and get knocked out if it doesn't work or when it doesn't work. So you could actually have a lot of surprising names going far in this cup today. But a few very strong drivers will be there in the end. Always with such finishes also a very tough decision. When do you think that you really need to go for it? And there will be these rounds where you have a gap of like a second towards the red player. Where you have like a second gap to the red player, and you wonder then, and you wonder then, if I go into the safe finish now, then there is a risk that if everyone behind me gets the risky one, will overtake me. But then, however, you wonder, like, how many of these players even go for the risky, and how many of these players, Hazard is an orange here, and of course he survives. No, he doesn't. Ah, nice. And minus from him. Yeah, and then the question is how many of these players that are behind you, even if they would all try to risky, is it really likely that they all make it? And I am the guy that is always trusting in people not making it, yeah? Also I go kinda risky by going the safe finish and not having it in my own hands to get through, but I go with a statistic, telling myself I think that this amount of players will not. Also I just don't believe that everyone will make it. Yeah, even though I could go out if they all make it, I still go for safe, because what if most of them go safe finish, and then I'm so dumb and go for risky, fail it, and then I'm out. Yeah. Now what is the higher risk? Failing it myself and going out with that? Or going into the safe finish and everyone else makes it? No? That is basically that is where Lars and myself are so different. Because Lars just hates it to give it out of his own hands. And he would always say, of course you have to go risky when the gap is not there to go safe. He would also go risky if the gap was there, in most cases, if he feels confident enough, even though he doesn't need to. But if the gap is not there, he would definitely always go risky finish. And I am still safe meister. I'm still looking at the statistic, at the chance, the probability of people making it. Yeah, you see this in several Cup of the Days as well. that sometimes, even though I don't have the lead towards red, I'm just still going for the safe finish. Because I just assume that a certain amount of drivers will fail. If the finish is difficult enough. But the question is always for me, when is the moment there where I actually have to go for it? Yeah, when is the moment? Even imagine I'm behind, I'm first red or I'm last if we have only one KO in the end, yeah? And there are like the other guys ahead of me within a second. Then I could go risky finish now. No? And try to overtake everyone. If anyone goes safe finish, I had a chance to overtake them. But now the big question is, if the other players, when I'm in within a second to them, if the other players would actually say, Marius is within a second, I have to go risky. And if they all go risky, then I will not overtake them by going risky as well. There's no chance to overtake them. If they make it, and I'm out. So I could just, even though I'm in last, even though I'm out, I could just go into the safe finish. And still survive. Because it maybe only needs one of them to not make the risky. and that is like the big question always. Like, what is the correct decision? Even if you're in red, you can argue that it's more sensible to go safe finish. And then you might wonder, like, what is the moment for me to actually go for the risky? Like, when would I actually do that? And that is like super difficult to decide, because it turns out to be a very last minute decision, or last second decision, basically, yeah, right at the turn. I might even on this map not have the full idea of how close the round is, like the time differences. I don't even know where I should make the interface on and look. Naja, and you wonder if there's any moment where you would use it. That's for me always a difficulty. I go safe, 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 and I don't really find the situation anymore where I really should go risk. And I don't find the situation because I have no idea about how many of my opponents are doing what. How many of my opponents are actually going safe finish or are going always risky finish. You don't really have the overview of that. That makes it very difficult. Oh, scheiße, man. Now I have one of these laps. Yeah, if they know that I'm always going safe. I mean, for them it's also risky, because obviously I can also go risky. I could also go risky. I have a 59 time, so they know that I did go risky already. Also they could know. That's like the tough question also for the others. Would they really take the risk to believe that I am actually going the safe way, even when I'm in red? It worked in my latest Cup of the Day victory in the top 3 round against Down. Last Down myself. I just decided, you know what, I'm last place, I will not overtake them anyway if they go risky. I go safe. Yeah, and Down actually went for the risky and failed. And then I got into the final and won. So there was such a moment. Okay. So in the beginning I got the ending jump, the risky finish quite often, but now I really struggle also with the jump basically into the last checkpoint. It decides already a bit. You can make it or not. Scandia failed at this time. He was first in the last CP. Yeah, I am the safe meister. And still, it does not mean that I'm literally always going into the safe finish. But I'm thinking about it. But I could also go, if I have the correct jump into the last CP, then I might just go for the risky. Then I might just try it. If I feel like, yeah, with that line, with that speed, it should actually work out, then I can just try it. But that is what I meant with like a last second decision. Now, for example, I thought, okay, I try it, and it didn't work. There's also still the question, if someone else also went for it and it didn't work, who respawns earlier? And when you respawn, do you go for the risky again, or do you go safe then? It's such a mind fuck up. You can do a lot wrong and only a little bit correct. In the end, nobody can know. But that's always the thing when you have a finish where you are not super confident with. And we have that sometimes in the Cup of the Day as well. That we end up in with a risky finish where I know that I won't make it every single time in the whole knockout. And that one time I don't make it, I could immediately be out. So now I will try. Yeah, made it. Only 9th. Everyone made it ahead of me. What? What was that round? I drive a 59-2 and literally I'm 9th. This is the first round where you would end up so far behind with that time. Like Scandia won a round with more players still available. He won a round with that time and I'm now 9th. What the fuck was that? That was now mega confusing. I go one time for the risky and I didn't win a single position. That's incredible. Yeah, that was a similar situation, Prolo Abschau. Because both players could have also opted for the other line. Oh, I forgot something. Also, Granati also would have won if he went safe, for example, no? And then everyone would have said, haha, how cheeky, he is behind and then he goes safe finish. Oh man. Not feeling confident on this map, eh? Many things that can go wrong. Yeah, this, for example, this is like, ugh. It is so tight. You need to risk the turn onto the ledge. Ice is in orange. Now the question, what will he do? I don't see him anymore, so I guess that he finished. Yeah, because Granati made the risky, Afi actually did the right call to also go for it. But of course, Afi could have also just saved and hoped that Granati doesn't make the risky. But that is like he doesn't know how confident Granati is with that finish. Yeah, he doesn't know about his training. So yeah, it is a pure luck thing what you decide and what is the correct decision there. Cannot know. Also, Ice ahead of me there. Maybe he goes safe as well. And this is now the moment in the cup where I would start to go for the safe finish consistently until we have such a situation where I'm in red or red is close to me, and then it depends on how I land. If I land good, but I don't see me going risky. It's hard to say. I tend to go safe, but it's really the question like how many people are going safe. You have no idea, yeah. But I know that I wouldn't make this risky every single round. I will not make that. Yeah, and I think that barely anyone will make it every single round. Scandi is super consistent, but even he failed. And there will be rounds where he would not be allowed to fail it anymore. Where he would get knocked out if he does. But that's very late for him. Like, Scandia would be the biggest in danger if everyone goes safe and only he goes risky. As long as there are more players going riskier, then they of course first have to make it when he crashes. What could all happen? Scandia. I just realized 18 seconds behind. Dopri gives his opinion here. Similar to what I would say as well. Yeah, it's a Scandia now on orange, no? Look at that. That could have been the run, but the red players were already far behind early on. So maybe he just went for it in twice because of that. I don't know. This is also a shit shot, man. They're so blind. So this was the correct decision. And we have Morpheo, Artis, Ice and Tunics in red. Yeah, it's really tough. Like, you have nothing to aim for in that jump, no? Nothing to aim for. At least I didn't look at something, didn't see something. At least the checkpoint is not far away. You jump high. A close round. Or we have Binks playing. I've never seen him here. Like, I saw also Coco. There was also one edition where Otak was playing, but this is so rare. And then they are not there anymore in next editions. That's not good. Ah, this jump is killing me. Fuck it. Where do I go? Crazy. He has to go for it. He is in the range. No, he's not anymore. Holy shit, eh. How did I never drop in red there? That is beyond me. Yeah, with this angle you could aim for the things. Yeah, so I was very worried. What the heck? So, Scandia is out. It's actually out. Ooh. As I said, this is a map where I see Scandia not winning. Yeah, there is a chance of him not winning. Ah, they made it. Ah, this was the last 2 KO round. It was the most dangerous one. And that is the typical thing. When Scandia is getting knocked out, then I still cannot win. I beat everyone else whenever Scandia is then still there and meets me in the final. I needed this one more round, because with only 1 KO there's always a high chance that there is this one guy not making it. But yeah, it was Binks in red behind me, and he was in range, and I didn't see the gap, because my transition was again so ultra tight at the hole that I couldn't really make the interface on there. Oh god. Also Binks was too low, Brinken was too low, but he was not the only one, Liffey as well. Yeah, and the question is now, how does this continue? Yeah, it could be that this is the easiest knockout to win. Also look at this round, now this is for example super easy. The question is, will we even see another good round? And you just need to be lucky in those knockouts. That the one round, and it is normal that there is this one round. It is quite likely to happen that there will be this one round. Oh my god, Brinken. It is quite likely to happen that there will be this one round where it's a bit closer. And you just need to be on the lucky side that you survive this. It doesn't matter how you survive it, just survive it somehow. But yeah, in this case, everyone ahead of me survived the ending, maybe went safe finish as well, and had the gap to me already. Because I was saving these black ledges still a little bit. And I had also like this shit last black ledge. And the guy in red went for the risk because he was in red and made it. Ah yeah. And now we have another crash. And it could go like this the whole knockout now. Because the map is so difficult. And if I was in here, then this is super winnable, of course. Yeah, I just need to hope that and it just needs Binks to not make that ending in that round. Yeah, because I'm sure he's also not super consistent with it. I don't know, but I don't think so. It just needs him to not make it in that round. And I'm in. And these rounds again look very safe to survive. But yeah, my pace was a little bit too slow, because some people have beaten me with a safe finish. Which was because of my safeness on some of the black ledges. But yeah, I immediately realized when on the last black ledge I had again very bad speed, a bad angle. I again wasn't sure if I even get the jump into the hole and get a clean landing. I was actually surprised that I still landed kinda decent. That was a tiny bit lucky there, that it was still alive. Yeah, look how much they win there. But it's so difficult for them to survive the slalom if they have that much speed. And the next guy with a full crash. Yeah, and that's the thing. There are difficult to win MiniRPGs of the weeks. And there I'm making it into the final and cannot win. And there are easy to win MiniRPG of the weeks. What the fuck is the speed? And in those, something happens or something is just no, it just doesn't work. I just have not the lucky momentum in this cup that I would survive. That there would be only bad rounds, which you see is very likely, because I would be here instead of Binks. Binks would have been the guy out. Yeah. You see how easy it is? I mean, I don't know if Brinken would crash against me. Against Binks, he of course knows that he has to full risk. Binks took advantage now from the fact that I was the one guy that he could overtake and I was not going for the risky one. If I go for the risky and I make it, then he had no chance, of course. Also the next cup starts. Really, he did really DNF. It could have been a Brinken win because of that. Yeah, Discovery announced that they will wait anyway. They will wait for this cup to finish. Yeah. Of course, it's always hard to say how the last runs would have worked out if I was in instead of Binks, because against of Binks they have to full risk if they want to survive. At least they believe so. I would of course drive different already. I would say, okay, pace versus pace. If he survives, there's no chance anyway. So I rather take it safe and hope he makes a mistake. But yeah, if I'm now the opponent of the others, they might have not risked, like Brinken, for example, clearly risked there. Speed Self, I don't know, he did risk. Brinken also here.